Cool, welcome back. Tokyo Fresh here. Guys, a special podcast this week. We got some viewers in, we got some listeners in, we got some people in from the States. It's very early. I woke up to be here. Very happy to introduce. We've got Coward Hour.
Hey.
Hey, bros. How you guys doing? We got Nik and Brendan from Coward Hour, one of my favorite podcasts I listen to, streaming in from the States. How you doing, David? You good?
I'm doing okay.
You good?
This week's been shit. I want to quit my job.
Straight off the bat.
Could be worse. I could be dead.
Listen, David, I always say that. Don't worry. You could be dead.
I could.
Remember, suicide's always an option.
Oh, this podcast rules. Right, so we're 30 seconds in? This is awesome.
I'm so sorry. It's normally way common. It's normally like, hey, dude, how you doing? How's your week been? But like, you had a good week?
You can't do that.
Man, so the thing is...
Immediately contemplate death.
Isn't that how all the great podcasts start?
By immediately contemplating death.
Yeah. That's how you bring the listeners in.
I feel like after 20 episodes, that's just where podcasts go. Like,
Kind
we talk
of,
about
yeah.
everything there is to talk about.
That's true, actually. You start running out of topics pretty quickly, and then you're like, oh, should we just talk about life?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you remember that time we talked about Japan on the Japan-based podcast?
Oh shit, that was a while ago.
Months.
Sorry, listeners. Well, people seem to love it, guys. It's good. But anyway, guys, we got Nik and Brendan here. Nik, Brendan, how you guys doing? How's your week's been? How you doing out in LA, right?
Yeah. Here in Los Angeles, it's going okay. I'm really starting to get stir crazy. Definitely losing my mind. Earlier, I panicked because I was playing Stardew Valley, and two of the little people went next to each other, and my instinct in my head was like, they're not wearing masks. And these are sprites.
Do you have that thing where like you'll see an old photo from like maybe 2 years ago, and you're like, we used to stand that close to each other? God,
with people.
Heavens no.
I
Handshakes.
Hell yeah. Yeah. A very like grim COVID experience was I went and I saw The Shining in like a drive-in theater with my girlfriend. And so I was tense the whole movie because it's The Shining. And at the very end, it zooms in on the photo and I'm like, they're too close to each other.
So the giant wall of blood rushing down the hallway didn't get you, but the photo did.
Yeah. Ignoring the part that like he's a ghost in hell or like whatever. I'm just like, they're all really standing close.
There's not much room down there. They gotta pack in.
You gotta pack in.
Yeah. I mean, that's like you lived in the hotel forever and it's COVID the whole time.
That's just everyone's life
Just
now.
add that as a card at the end of the movie based on a true story.
Based on a
2020.
true story. Dude, but are you guys back in lockdown in LA?
Pretty much.
Well, yes
It's
and no,
fake
because
lockdown.
they're slowly lifting it. Because Newsom, I think that like Newsom and Cuomo, it's funny that it's happening in like the two cities where like in the beginning the governors were getting all this praise. Now they've shifted the narrative to like we have to open back up. Like they're like Cuomo's literally saying shit like the disease or it can't be worse than the cure. Or the cure can't be worse than the disease. All that shit.
The disease is pretty bad.
The disease is pretty bad.
Fucking
I don't
bad.
know. When you weigh your options of being alive or going outside,
Man, listen, I compare those all the time. I like being alive. It's so much fun. Like, you know what I mean? I can't even. Like, you guys come to Japan. The lockdown in Japan is so stupid.
Dude, I want to go to
What's
Japan.
it
Yeah,
like?
what is it like there? What are your COVID restrictions like?
Let me tell you about our COVID restrictions.
Because you were telling me before we got on the call, you were drinking in a park.
I wasn't. Okay, that wasn't the plan, but we'll get there. COVID. So the prime minister came out and he was like, "Guys, listen, shit is not getting better. We're gonna buckle down the hatches. We're gonna hammer all the doors closed. Here are the new restrictions." Everyone's like, "Oh fuck, all right. Fuck, what's it gonna be?" And it's like, all right, restaurants, please close at 8 p.m. And it's like, wait, do we have to, or is it a suggestion? It's a suggestion. It's a suggestion. If you're gonna open later, that's fine. Supermarkets as well, 8 p.m. Is that a solid? Nah, play it loose with that rule. Like, I went to my supermarket yesterday at like 10 to grab drinks, and I was like, it's gonna be closed, definitely. And it was open. There were customers in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it
was
seems
like,
like that's how it goes everywhere. Like here, every like month or two they'll issue like some new scary new restriction, and it's like it's worded with like less enforcement than the previous one, but it's pitched as like we're cracking down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's that.
It's very much like if you feel up to it, you can just do whatever you want, I guess.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, dude.
Like try not to make out with like a stranger on the bus.
Pretty much, yeah.
Sometimes you just can't help yourself,
Man, there's some hot strangers on buses, David. Let me tell you.
especially here.
Especially here, David. Let me tell you. It's always me. It's the issue. I'm always the hot stranger.
I thought you were the person making out with people.
I mean, depends how you're looking at things, David. But
Fair enough.
Either way, man.
Look at these two young, supple gaijin running amok in Japan, dude.
Supple is the exact word I would use to describe myself.
Look
I
at
wanna
these
use-
lecherous expats. Just ogling, dude. Ogling.
Look at these
Innocent Eastern
disgusting.
women.
You know what?
Slimy.
That's not us, but there's plenty of those people around.
There
Oh,
is.
dude, I have YouTube. I watch all these I watch all these fucking like gaijin lifestyle blogs of dudes who are
they're-
you know
they're
the
the fucking
creepiest guys in the
worst.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple there's a bunch of Reddits, and they just bully those people, and they're my favorite Reddits ever. Like just targeted at the weird slimy guys who've come to Japan to like sex packs, basically.
Sex bats. Oh shit, I haven't heard that.
Ooh,
I like that.
that.
That's what it is. Yeah, sex packs.
Bats.
We know at least what? Three. It's gone up to 3 now.
we now know 3. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, Jordan's including himself.
Those guys like
Oh,
started-
including myself, we now know 4. David.
4.5.
do those guys like start in Japan, and then as they strike out, they slowly start going to like different Asian countries until they settle on like Thailand. They're like,
Yes.
Dude,
"All
actually,
right."
Yes. Yes.
100% yes.
It either
Oh,
goes
dude.
Korea and then Japan, or Japan and then Korea, and they slowly pan out to the
So
Asian
there's
third world.
There's a dude. I don't know if you know him on YouTube. He's a guy that had
Ryan Boundless.
Yes. Oh wow. Oh holy shit. I don't know how
Oh,
you.
his last name is
That's
Boundless.
Dude
That's
was in
such
Japan
an
for-
international pickup name. Dude.
Yeah.
It's such an
So like this dude he looks like a fucking cave troll.
Yeah.
100%.
He does, he
This
does.
man,
He does.
this man afraid of fire.
He
Okay.
afraid of fire.
But like he was doing all this like pickup shit in fucking Japan and stuff, and
Yeah.
then once kind of the like immigrant like expat population was like, dude, just kind of like fucking gross. He just moved to a different country.
I think he's in
I mean,
Africa now.
Yeah, he's in Africa now and doing the exact same shit.
Ooh, that's fucking wild, dude.
What part of Africa?
I have no
I actually
idea.
think I because I saw it recently. I think he's in Kenya.
Mhm.
Went to Kenya.
So wait, what's his name? I'm gonna fucking watch all this guy's videos. What's his
Ryan
name?
Boundless.
Ryan, dude, I can tell I'm gonna love Ryan Boundless.
You're gonna go down a hole. If you know, there's a streamer called Pay Money Wobby, who I also is brilliant. But he actually found Ryan Boundless, and you can pay for his like, what do you call them? Like pickup courses. And the streamer
Oh
paid
my god.
paid for one of his pickup courses, and then he has like a one-on-one interview type thing that you can pay for as well. And I think he paid for that too. The interview is so funny,
It's
Oh fuck.
this man he is absolutely 100% delusional.
dude. I love this man so much. It's when he was in Japan, like watching his shit, so fucking funny. Like the man
did
had
it work? Did he get laid?
no.
Oh, okay.
No.
It did
No.
not work.
Because
I'm sure he
Like-
tricked someone once.
The crazy thing about pickup guys is it's alarming how many of them are making it work.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Especially in Japan, it's pretty wild. Like they sort of like approach women in really weird angles. Like, hey girl, listen, I'm not saying I'm an English teacher, but I am an advanced educator of the foreign languages. And they go, that's a lot of words I didn't understand. I'll suck your dick. All right, you've convinced me. Let's make this happen. Like it's a really straight.
Honestly, yeah.
Pussy.
Yeah.
That's
That
the
or they
strat.
just accost them on the street, like outside Shibuya Station. Like girls just walking down the street. This guy comes up with like a fucking pamphlet about why you should fuck him. Like just like shit like that all the fucking time.
It makes pamphlets.
Turn to page
I-
2.
I guess okay, so wait, so this is where I'm confused. Because I thought that the whole thing with Japan is that it's like a gray state. Is that a misconception, or like are they I thought they were having a tough time getting young people to fuck over there. I thought like nobody was horny.
Oh
Or
yeah,
everybody's horny but they won't fuck each other.
that's like a weird thing I've heard. I feel like people definitely fucking, just people don't talk about fucking. I think that's the difference. So what I normally use is that if you talk about like things like masturbation or something, like if you ask 100 men, 100 women in Japan, like in America, did you guys masturbate? Every guy's gonna be like, oh yeah, of course. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Right.
You ask some guys, a bunch of them will be like, what? No, what?
Never.
Dude,
With my
meanwhile-
hand? No.
While they're going home and they're logging on to image
You
boards.
say that, but many of them would probably say, "With my hand."
Mm-mm. With a flashlight.
Yeah. That seems more likely.
It's mad.
So is it like in Japan? Is it socially acceptable to be approaching strangers on the street at all? Like
Yes.
it is. Okay,
It's
All
called
the time.
it's called nampa. There's a Japanese word for it.
gotcha. Okay, because I feel like here, like if someone was going up to women with pamphlets, like it wouldn't go well anyway.
See, I've told this to my Japanese male friends. I'm like, if you did this in America, you will be stabbed. You can't just
someone would punch you, right?
yeah, you can't just approach someone on the street. Like, even me, like if someone approaches me in the UK, like in London where I'm from, and they're like, "Oh, hey, dude," I'm like, "Whoa, this is either a robbery or you're trying to mug me, or what are you're a Jehovah's Witness?" Like either way,
Right.
we got to fight. What do you want? 'Cause it's weird. Like you can't do it. But in Japan, they're just like in the station, like, "Yeah, that girl's pretty cute." Dude, hold my McDonald's drink while I try to fucking get this girl to come back to a love hotel with me. You know what I mean?
In the span
kinda
of 30 minutes, like if I can't seal this deal in 30 minutes, it's just not gonna happen.
I'm out. Fucking
Yeah. It's stupid.
Barnard, were you gonna say something?
No.
Oh, I guess this is just like again. This is gonna sound incredibly reductive.
Go
but
on.
I thought Japan was famously polite. Which I guess
They
maybe that is
are.
more. Maybe like the straightforwardness of that is perceived as like politeness over how we would do it in America. I have no idea.
Yeah. Like here, like if I'm in a bookstore or something and I see a woman that I want to talk to, I would have to like carefully orchestrate like a contrived reason to be speaking to her.
Yes. Yes.
You can't just
Yeah.
hand somebody your fast food and make a beeline for her.
You gotta like. I think in the UK it's the same thing. Like, if I was like wanting to talk to someone in a store or something, I'd have to like sort of craftily see what book she's holding and sort of find the same book in the store before she leaves and skillfully drop it in front of her. What? You're also reading Pride and Prejudice? Me too. I love the prejudice.
I love.
As a black man myself, I love
and,
it.
and I like a very specific type of pride. That tends to go hand in hand with the prejudice. You know, it's
Yeah.
perfect.
Woman's like, "Ooh, me too. Me too. Fantastic. We have
Yeah.
so much in common."
We'll say later. Is me too.
How did you know my role play? Holy shit.
Well, so I guess that's fucking interesting to me, man. I want like all of like it's crazy because I think that I know about Japan in a lot of like generalizations, but every now and then like a subculture will hit me where I'm just like, I don't even know where to like fit that into my concept of the country, which I guess makes sense because I've never fucking been there. I would love to come. I would love to see some gyaru girls in real life. I think that shit's so fucking wacky.
Listen.
See, okay, here's the thing though. I think
Oh,
Nick's
no.
image of what a gyaru is actually
Gangiro Gyaru, yeah.
which is different.
So
The blackface?
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's like levels to Gyaru. There's like Ganguro Gyaru, which is the old Gyaru from like the 90s, which is what you're thinking of. Long nails.
From the 90s when we were still doing blackface.
Dude, when blackface was okay in the 90s. Holy shit, dude. Japan is fucking wild, I swear to God.
Is there different? Are there like more like because they're still like tanning their skin and like dyeing their hair, right? Or like
Oh,
what's
yeah,
going
yeah,
on?
yeah.
Yeah, it's like more toned down, but it's still very. You can find some weird like blackface Gangiro Gyaru if you search hard enough. But like,
I will be.
oh Nick, listen, I'm right there in that search of you, man. I've seen them a few times out here, and every time I'm like, oh, they're there. What do I do? What do I do?
I feel like if you saw a really good Japanese blackface girl, I feel like you would have to go up and like present them with a medal. And I feel like it would, like, coming from you, they would fucking lose their shit. They would go home like in tears.
Nick, do you know what you need to see? Okay, so there's a weird thing with like Japanese guys like perming their hair into afros or having like dreadlocks.
Oh, I've seen that shit.
Dude, it's insane. And like I'll be on the train.
The dude in the new Yakuza game has a straight up like Japro.
Yeah. Straight up fucking like straight
I'll
fucking
put
afro.
something in the chat here. Hang on.
So like
When I think of
Gyaru?
this, is what I think of.
Okay, let me see this.
All right. Let me
Oh, is it the girl?
Yes.
I'm gonna marry this girl one day, dude. Swear to God.
I mean, you could probably find
It's
her. It's a
odd.
small country.
I will. It's a tiny country. I could eat this country and still be hungry.
Oh, I don't know if I like this. Actually.
See. That's new Gyaru.
Okay.
And what you're thinking is like Ganguro Gyaru, the old style Gyaru.
1990s.
Can I
99
get a picture of Ganguru Gayu? Did I do it?
Gyaru.
That up so bad.
You probably have to look up. I don't know if there's probably not any like. Wow, it's crazy. She really doesn't look Japanese at all in these pictures.
No. It's insane. Like very sort of Americanized.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Show some fucking. That's it. Show the blackface one.
You know what? I'm just gonna give you the Google search results. Not even you can.
Show them. Show them some fucking blackface.
It is literally like blackface. It's not.
Oh, Brendan,
I've
Brendan,
seen
have you never seen this?
I have not seen this. No.
Oh, Brendan, prepare your body.
Oh, man, it's.
Oh yeah.
Damn. This is like it's like if you were a drag queen doing blackface.
Dude, it looks like if Al Jolson fell into Fun Dip.
They're so orange too, right?
Yeah.
The problem is like you because they're still people who do this this sort of like style, and they stand out so much in Japan that like you can't help but to stare. Like there are times that I've been sort of walking and I've been like, and you from the corner of your eye you'll see there's like a flash of like pink and orange and green,
Neon and orange and yeah.
and your body just goes, what? What's that? Oh, what the fuck is that?
Dude.
Like someone's just gone boom, and you're like, fuck. Don't do that.
Doing that at one point.
Stop it.
Nowadays, I'm just wearing like cowboy boots and like orange skinny jeans.
You know what?
Really, I was being Japanese. That's what I was doing.
When you're so Japanese, you go full circle right back to American. You're like wearing a cowboy hat. Yeehaw! We had this Cowboy Tanaka.
Yeah, there's a recurring character in our podcast called Cowboy Tanaka, who's like the opposite of a weeaboo. He just wants to be American so badly.
Oh hell yeah.
That's
Is that a thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's
he's sitting on the only handgun in Japan.
he's got the one. It's the entirety of Japan's defense. Is that one handgun?
But it's just like a revolver. It's not even like a gun from this century. It's like a fucking Colt 45.
They only have 6 shots to defend the nation.
Dude, the police still carry revolvers.
Yeah.
None of them have like Glocks or shit.
Yo, so the police there. I'm sorry, I have all these. These are all like really basic questions. I'm sure. Are
I
there
love
guns?
notions.
Are there? Because I was just talking about this on Tom's podcast. I think I want to say earlier today. I don't know if it was on Mike. Aren't there guns like tethered to them, like on like
Yes.
a
Yes.
kinked wire?
They've
Yeah.
got like a safety tether on the
It's,
fucking
yeah,
guns.
it's like a steel wire connected to like the bottom of the holster.
Yeah.
Right.
Were people stealing cops' guns? Or was that
People were probably asking for the guns really nicely, and the cops were like, "Well, you did say please, so you know."
That's what the Japanese politeness comes in.
Yeah, that's the Japanese politeness. It's like oh, man. It's like Tanaka. Listen, I can't give you my gun, but you're bowing so deeply right now. Go
I have
on
to
then.
give it to you.
You only get 2 bullets. Don't need 2.
Yeah, I wonder why they have it on a tether. I don't actually.
David,
know.
I just explained.
Okay, sorry.
Fuck's sake.
Wasn't paying attention. My bad.
When did the gun
That'd be
thing?
cool if he could like yo-yo the gun.
I hope someone shouts 3, 2, 1, let it rip before all police shoot out. So they have to like whip the gun back into their hand and see who's faster at shooting it.
Dude, I
Someone's
would
just
love to
doing like
fucking.
revolver ocelot, like revolver tricks as he pulls it out of the fucking holster.
Dude, I would love to like Mortal Kombat my gun like on the wire like through somebody's chest. Don't even fire it.
It's through like a scorpion spear right through his
Yes,
chest.
dude.
You bring it back,
Yes.
yeah?
Oh, excellent.
Wait, if you do that, it doesn't count as shooting someone, does it?
No,
No.
I guess it wouldn't.
Do not let the American police know about this.
Throw guns through people.
Shh, quieter, David. We cannot let them know. My people are in danger. Should laugh at that. It's so
Every
true.
Japanese cop is Travis Bickle with a gun just like ready to shoot out of their sleeve.
His gun just shoots mini guns. It's not even bullets, just smaller guns.
Why not?
Are you talking to me?
Are you trying to shoot me with that gun?
Yeah.
No! It's like throwing guns at people. What? No,
That's how ninjas killed people before. They just use them like shurikens.
they're shrieking really sharp guns at each other. Dude, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Brendan, do you want to come to Japan? Do you have any interest in it?
I would love to go to Japan. I've like never traveled.
You never travel. Have you left the US before?
Not since I was like a child.
No way. Where did you go?
We went to the Bahamas, and I don't really remember it at all. So it was
No.
like, it was just like a beach vacation.
Yeah, I think the
Mhm.
Bahamas kind of doesn't count. Isn't the Bahamas technically like one of our territories?
Is it? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think because I don't think you need a passport to go there.
Why does America own everything? This is so unfair. Leave some of the
Dude, what-
world for the rest of us.
They own Guam too. Yeah.
We're fucking and we're not letting Guam go, dude. We like Guam. We like
So
having
many
Guam.
Japanese people go to Guam for holidays.
What's in Guam? Is it just sand?
It's like closer Hawaii.
Ugh, I hate
That's
coastal
basically
Hawaii.
exactly what it is.
You serious?
Yeah.
I hate any vacation that the key point of the vacation is the beach. Because I
Yeah.
famously hate the ocean. So if I like, for example, Hawaii, like when I ask my friends like, what is there to do in Hawaii? They're like, oh, the sea is so beautiful. I'm like, I fucking hate the sea.
I can walk 10 minutes that way and I'm at the ocean. I don't need to fucking
Yeah,
go
dude,
to
the beach is the same pretty much everywhere.
My
Like,
man's
go-
a genius.
go-
Yeah.
like,
And I
you
never
should-
go to it here.
Right.
Exactly.
You should travel to see fucking architect. Like I'm trying to like I also haven't left the country.
No way.
Yeah, I would really like to. I've never had the money to do it. And
Mm.
the year that I had money to, I had a whole plan for myself. I might have been in the middle of a spiral looking back on like this thought process, but I was
Nice.
just going to I had like $5,000 that I was
Mm.
going to save. I was going to buy a plane ticket, just go to Europe for 3 weeks, no plan, hopefully meet the love of my life. That was like, just like vaguely, just like, oh, maybe I'll meet like a 35-year-old French woman and everything will just work out.
I had a very similar plan. My plan was there were very few like steps missing, but it was like something to do with getting famous and marrying an idol in Japan. Oh, then the visa played into it somewhere there. So I get that. I do like spiraling out of control and thinking of like wild harebrained schemes. I mean, Nick, if you wanted to do that, I know people in various European countries that could probably like hold you up while you're out there.
Yeah, well, I mean, so no, I'm with somebody now, and I love her very much. So I wouldn't be going for those reasons. But I would still like to go travel.
Where's the first way you're going? Because like
What?
LA to Japan is pretty expensive, right?
Yeah, that's the other thing is like a trip. And I want to go to Japan, but I don't speak even a lick of Japanese.
No problem.
No
Oh,
issues.
really?
There are
do they-
dickheads who've lived here for 25 years and don't speak a lick of Japanese.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Do
you'll
they
be
like-
fine.
Do Japanese people like when you speak English,
Uh,
or do they get kind
They'll
of
just
bummed
tolerate
out?
it.
They yeah.
Yeah, it's more it's
Yeah.
tolerated.
I don't think they care really, but if you speak like a little, if you speak like any Japanese, they're like, this man is a god amongst
Okay.
us. He is
Yeah.
trying his best, and we will give him free things for it.
Did I tell you about the story when I went to get like bubble tea one time? And I walk up to the lady at the counter and I order my stuff in Japanese and she just answers me in English.
Hmm.
Like I was so incredulous that she dared to even just reply to me in English. She's like, she can see that I'm white.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I know, right? But so she replies to me in English.
You
I
gotta
just
dress
no
up
sell
like
it.
those
I just keep
girls you were
talking in
like-
Japanese. I'm like, no, fuck you. I'm not giving you the satisfaction.
What was that, Brendan?
I said, well, you got to dress up like those girls you were linking. You got
Yeah,
to.
dude. You gotta gyaru out, dude.
I mean, you can't really tell what race they are anyway, right? So
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, it's a confounding. I don't think that I've seen. I guess what I'm thinking of is like slightly. I feel like I haven't seen it to that extent. Either one of the ones that you guys sent me, I've heard about it, but like, I think I was even thinking of something a little different. I don't know.
Like darker.
Dude, I'm looking at this picture and it's so strange. I'm just like, I don't even know. I know what I was thinking of. I know this describes it, but it just looks so strange to me.
Yeah, I feel like because there are so many different styles, you might have one idea of sort of what you're going for, like what you're looking for. But there's so many different styles of like Yado and stuff that might be pretty difficult to actually pin it down. But they're actually pretty fun. Like when you meet people in Japan who like are part of those subcultures, they're normally the most fun people.
Yeah, dude. I want to get drunk with Japanese people so bad. It seems like so much fun.
Oh, it's always fun.
Nick, this
Do
is
I
what
have a Japanese relapse?
Yeah.
Yes, Brendan. It's not. I'll tell you what. You don't relapse if you're not on the mainland, dude.
It's true. No, he's right. No, I've read that in a book. A book that I
It
wrote.
only counts when you're at home.
Yeah, it's true. And by at home, I mean in your house. That's the only place it counts. Anywhere else is fine.
Yeah, this country is a country of alcoholics, straight up.
100%.
Dude, that's crazy because they literally like don't have the enzyme to absorb it.
No,
They don't, but they try.
oh, they try so hard.
They, man, they want those enzymes so badly.
I
I
tell you,
like sort of white mutation where I'm like them.
Did I tell you about the guy that was fucking drunk as fuck puking in Shibuya Station when I went there one time?
Go
So I'm
on.
talking to my ex-girlfriend, right? And she's in front of me, and I can see this guy, and he's facing this like giant billboard that's like kind of just in the underground passage. And it's just this dude's head. And this guy back to the thing is like this.
Mike.
And then I just see
Mike.
stuff pool out from like behind his feet. And I'm like, what the fuck?
dude.
And then I can just see this guy projectile vomiting
Disgusting.
into the other guy's mouth on the billboard. And it's-
God, that is a fucking cinematic puke, dude.
and I'm trying to talk to my girlfriend. I can see this guy over her shoulder, and I'm like,
Honey, I'm gonna have to call you back. I'm gonna have to call you back. Yeah, man puking in another man's face. Yeah. No, I'll
no,
explain
she
later.
was physically there.
Was she right in front of you?
Yeah.
I'd have moved that bitch to the side. Like, you need to fucking
Oh, man.
continue. Continue puking.
Billboard puked back.
Basically, it looked like that too.
It's fucking sick, dude.
There's definitely an alcohol problem in this country.
Nick, Brendan, let me tell you, if you come to Japan, you start drinking here, like, they will. So, for example, yesterday, for example, I was meant to be asleep by 10 because I needed to be here by 10 because I'm really bad in the morning, Brendan. I don't like waking up. Like, I want to sleep till my body's like, no, we can do some more. And I'm like, let's go. But I had to wake up at 8 today. So I was like, I'm going to sleep early tomorrow, wake up, get here. So I had dinner with my friend really early, got home really early. It's like 10 o'clock, I'm in my house. My friend comes around. She's like, bro, what are you doing right now? And I'm like, I'm about to go to bed, podcast tomorrow, early start. It's got to be done. She's like, man, I get you, responsibilities, I understand. But one drink in the park? And that was enough. I was like, all right, go on then. One can in the park. It's like 10:30. We get to the park for one drink only. It's 2 a.m. I'm fucked. I'm trying to get home. I'm like, where did the time go? I'm like, oh no.
I mean, no one drinks responsibly in a park, do they? Like, I don't know what it's like in Washington, but-
No one drinks.
Yeah, I've never been in like a public place with like my booze in a brown paper bag, just like enjoying the taste.
Oh, Brendan, there's open candle.
Yeah,
You can drink wherever
in
you
public,
want.
wherever you want here.
Oh, dude, it's
really?
like fucking Louisiana or New Orleans or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. People,
Oh, fuck.
I saw a man. It's 8 a.m. I'm going to work. A man walked on the train, sat down next to me, cracked open a 12% like mixer,
Yes, dude.
and just started going. And I was like, he knows it's a Wednesday. My man is just trying to get
He's
through
ready
the
for work.
week.
Dude, hell yes, dude.
Those
Yeah, all right.
12 Go
God,
ahead.
Japan seems so fucking sick.
Dude,
I want to go so bad. I hope that I get a chance. I will like I will take you guys up on if you know somebody out there I can like crash with. If you have the connection.
Oh yeah, you can crash with David or me or whatever.
I have like an extra
fuck
entire
yeah.
room. Like you can see,
this is extra room.
there's nothing in this room.
Right.
A computer desk.
Where are you? Are you guys in Tokyo?
Right now, no. I'm like kind of pretty close to the border of Tokyo.
I'm in like Tokyo.
He's in Tokyo like proper, but you're in like the far west of Tokyo.
West Tokyo, boys.
It's so when people say I live in Tokyo, Tokyo is like gigantic. It's like
Fucking
saying
huge.
I live in New York. Where the fuck in New York do you live, right?
Yeah.
So
it's pretty big, yeah. So I'm out in like West Tokyo, but for me to like Central Tokyo is like 20 minutes.
Mm.
But it's pretty cool. Come out here. We have like this group of like I wouldn't say alcoholics, but alcohol connoisseurs. We get into a bunch of mischief around Tokyo, so it's very fun. Like we always end up making friends with like salarymen on trains and shit, or like getting into other people's groups and like ending up like drinking all night or something, or like karaoke at 4 a.m. You guys karaoke? You down for a little?
Karaoke.
Yeah, well, in K-Town in Los Angeles, we used to, before everything got locked down, we would karaoke pretty hard.
Oh my god, dude!
Is it the same as here where you have like
Booths?
a booth for like your group or whatever, and you pay for like a time slot? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But it was always with theater kids, so they'd get like drunk and keep cutting the line and be really precious about it.
The worst.
That's poor etiquette. You can't do that. Why are you karaoke? Never karaoke with theater kids. That's.
I learned. I think we all paid like $20, and Nick and I got to sing one Bruce Springsteen song.
One?
Yeah.
Right.
Fuck off.
One.
Oh, that was a
100
fucking
plus
wild
with
night.
screaming My Chemical Romance.
How long is like? What's the price for like an hour?
I don't even remember.
I don't remember. It's kind of I'm pretty sure it's kind of expensive because it depends because there's shitball karaoke bars in K-Town and then there's nice ones. I think they're kind of trying to sell you on like a premium experience just because it is like, oh, okay, you're getting a Korean experience right here in LA. So they might highball a little bit, but I actually don't remember.
That's insane. Like Japan has like a bunch of deals and stuff because there's so many different karaoke booths in here. It's like a national pastime, karaoke. So there are a bunch of like karaoke etiquette things you follow. Like there's a way that you put songs on. Like you don't really cut the queue, you know?
No, you never cut the queue.
You never cut. Cutting the queue is like.
I love respecting the queue.
You pick a song on the machine, you pass it to the next person.
Yeah,
and
that's
you wait
it.
till your song comes on.
Dude, God bless Japanese people for respecting the order of lines, dude.
Dude, honestly. But there are you can join in any song though. Like there are times like I'll have the thing in my hand to like pick a song. I'm like, man, what's good? And then like, I don't know, something by Queen will come and I'm like, fuck this shit, I'm singing this song as well, and everyone gets up and joins in and shit.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fucking rocks, man.
The cool thing now about karaoke is because COVID is like such an issue, is that nobody's going, but the karaoke places still have to stay open.
Yeah.
So it's free.
Yeah.
You pay for a drink and then you can just go.
That's
crazy.
dude. Yo, so wait a minute. So this is like semi-related in terms of like public entertainment. So all this shit is still open, but aren't like arcades, like I know that like Akihabara, like the big fucking like Sega arcade, I heard they're like shutting down en masse out there.
Yeah.
So you're talking about Sega 2? And Sega 2 closed because they weren't making enough money, basically.
Oh, okay.
From what I understood.
For some reason I thought it was COVID related.
It was because they were like just past red, and then COVID hit and people stopped going, and then they're like, well, now we can't fucking pay our rent for the building, so we have to close, basically. But I think they're kind of on the way out anyway.
I heard that like arcades in general, and like a big reason why I'd want to fucking go to Japan is like go to the arcades in Kyoto and all that shit. But like I hear they're just getting like decimated.
A lot are getting sort of like shut down, but the thing is, it's such a big part of Japanese culture. Like people love the arcades. Like my friend works at an arcade now, and she's like, there are less customers than there was before COVID because COVID, but she's like, there are still tons of customers.
Yeah,
like
there's still a lot of
the
people.
foot traffic is still pretty heavy. It's like when you come out here, there's arcades. Oh, we'll go to the one my friend works at because she always like messes with the machine so I can win prizes. So we can
Oh, fuck yeah.
we can dude, sick, dude. Fucking love me some
With
free
the
fun.
UFO catchers.
Yeah, the UFO catchers. You can mess with the levels. It's fucking sick, dude. I wanna.
They're all scam. All of them are scam.
Yeah, pretty much, but they're fun.
Okay.
Yeah, they're good, dude. I fucking love UFO catchers. They're so dumb. I want to get a giant Kirby. Well, I have two. I need a third giant Kirby.
I have a giant cider.
We'll fucking take that shit, dude. I swear to God, it's so cool. I was wondering, like, if you, Brendan, do you have any weird notions about Japan? Like, what is your general image of Japan when you think of the country?
Say notions.
What are your,
Strange notion.
Brendan,
let's
tell me
see.
some notion.
When I close my eyes and imagine Japan, everyone has
What do
a
you-
briefcase for some reason.
It's a what?
And everyone has a briefcase and it's all neon. Am I correct?
He's very.
You're pretty-
Wait. All the cases are neon.
Everybody's a businessman in like a black suit.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. No, that's
Mhm.
Japan.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, pretty much.
Salary
Even
man.
when I jump on the train, I change from this to a Japanese man with a briefcase
Yep.
and a suit.
Nice, doing some nice reverse Gyaru, dude.
Do you have to? I love getting off the train and being like, surprised I was black all along. They're like, whoa! He touched his hand. Oh, no. Will I catch the black?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I kind of want to open it up to you guys. Like, what I guess notions. What notions do you have there, or like things that you thought about Japan that like maybe just you're not sure about, or you want more information on, or
Yeah, I don't know. One thing that I think would be cool is I would love to do like a comedy show for just like 100% non-English speaking audience. I would love to take Coward Hour there and just bomb.
I actually know a place you can do that.
100%. Yeah.
I actually fully know a place you can do that.
Dude, so there was a guy in Baltimore, Tony Woods, who did that. No, sorry to cut you off, Jordan.
No.
So there, and Tony Woods is like he's a fucking incredible comic. He started in DC. He mentored Dave Chappelle. He's still pretty much, he makes a living doing comedy, but he just kind of like does it like locally. But he, at the height of his success, he got booked to go over and do comedy in Japan. And you know what's funny? This whole story might not be true because it was told to me by Dave Schofer, who, if you listen to our podcast, he's a villain from our old local comedy scenes.
He was a
Yep.
he was a comedy show booker who he's just like a pillhead autistic guy.
Yeah.
You don't often meet autistic guys who are victims of the opiate epidemic. But
He was always sending dick pics, but he would like put his dick next to things so you could see just how small it was.
Wait, this is the reverse of a dick pic.
Dude, for real. I know. We were all baffled. But anyway, so this story about Tony Woods, which may be totally apocryphal, but the story goes Tony Woods went over to Japan to perform shows, and he did his killer, like 45 minutes to an hour that always crushes, and they didn't understand a word of it. He had to fight through just like silence, like doing his jokes like cranked all the way up to 11, like
brilliant.
checking in with them. He couldn't figure out if they liked it or not. And so then, like, at the end of his set, he fucking closes on his big joke, dead silence. He puts the mic back in the stand, and he's like, okay, I hope you guys like that. That's my time. And the whole crowd just stands up and goes, oh!
That's so Japanese,
They gave
though.
him a fucking standing ovation. They were so pumped.
Yes.
That's
so Japanese. Fuck me.
All right, so maybe it's fucking true.
how
No.
sick would it be like the Coward Hour tour poster? It's like Philadelphia, Baltimore, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Dundalk, Timonium, Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Yes, dude.
Honestly, though, like Japanese comedy and North American comedy is so different.
Yeah.
Like it's not even. I feel like Japanese comedy is like fucking some like Looney Tunes bullshit. Like
It is
It's like slapstick, dumb shit
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the
So,
time.
It's funny. That's something that like when I started watching, when I started getting really into like old movies and like going back and like watching like Kurosawa films, you have this idea of like classic Japanese cinema of like, oh, it's so formalist and like it's very
Mhm.
prestigious and there's all this pomp and circumstance around it, all that shit. And then you're watching these like famous Kurosawa movies and there's just like fart jokes in them. Like it's just
Yes,
samurais like
yep.
farting on each other and laughing.
Yeah. That's
And
what it
you're
is.
like, this is wild.
I know what you're gonna say.
Oh, I want so the pinnacle, like the height of Japanese male humor, the thing that you're bombing, you're with your bros, you're trying to tell jokes, you're bombing, you're like, oh no, I'm bombing, I'm losing the crowd. What do? I've got it. A surefire way to make everyone laugh. I'll get naked. That's all they. That's
100%. It happens
I was
all the
saying,
time.
like, what little like I remember watching some like Japanese sketch comedy on YouTube once, and it seemed like nearly every sketch someone was in like a loincloth or like walking down the street naked or
Yep.
that's it.
So all right, so this is my next question because I just did my buddy is teaching in Spain, and I just like zoomed into his class to like talk with him about like American culture and stuff, and they don't really have Me Too, like cancel culture over there. They're getting it, but they say it's like not like it is in the West. I would
It is a
assume
very
on
American
the
thing,
horizon like a
honestly.
storm.
they see what's funny.
Yeah.
I would imagine from what you just said
They're
that
like hammering plywood on the windows.
they're like, oh,
Everyone's like-
fucking bloggers.
Yeah.
Everyone's selling all their sexual harassment stocks. I gotta sell now while it's high. It's gonna, storms are coming.
Chair on the back of the door.
Gotta get rid of all my sexual harassment crypto. Gotta sell it all now. I see that storm coming.
So I would imagine that from what you're describing, canceling isn't really around in Japan. I mean, I guess you can get like canceled by your family. Like I guess like getting canceled in Japan. Is just, like,
A perfect example of this happened this week.
honor. I assume.
A perfect example happened this week.
They have
I'm sure you
honor.
probably you might have seen in the news the chairman for the Olympic like committee or something made like a comment. He's like, "Oh, we've had to limit women's speaking time in meetings because they talk too long."
hell yes.
Right? and everyone's just like, "That's not nice. Like you shouldn't say that fucking shit to people." And he just goes, "Gozaimasen." And then everyone goes, "Okay, he said sorry.
we good.
We're fine."
We're fine.
Literally, like
That's
it's
it.
like that. That's all he had to do is go, "I'm sorry, my bad," and everyone goes, "Okay, well, he seems sorry."
He said he's sorry.
I love flipping an egg timer every time my girlfriend starts talking.
Like, darling, you have 5 minutes. Come on, you gotta use that time wisely. What do you mean, how was my day? This is your time. Come on. I paused the game.
God damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, like Japanese dudes will say shit like that, and they'll get in trouble, and then just go, "My bad," and then that's it. That's the last you hear of it. Ever.
Yeah.
That's what it was like in like the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's still like that now.
Yes. Japan is so far behind.
It's pretty
in
funny.
that, like aspect.
Like there'll be like massive scandals. Like, oh, this man has slept with 3 women that aren't his wife, and he's had kids with 2 of them, and one of
There's
and
that fucking guy.
killed one of the. Go on. What?
There's a fucking guy who got caught with his mistress fucking in a public toilet.
He did.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. And then he
Oh,
went.
fuck.
Yeah. Then he went. Guys, listen. I deeply apologize for my mistakes. And everyone went.
Okay.
Okay.
Man was on TV the next week.
The next week, he was
Yeah.
back on the news,
Imagine
just
all
on,
the people
like,
politely waiting in line for the toilet.
Funniest detail about that story, Brendan. Man only lasted 30 seconds.
man only lasted 30 seconds.
By admission of his mistress.
Yeah, of his mistress.
Damn, dude.
Damn.
Man, that's rough when
It's
you get
loyal.
fucking just
Blown up by your
blown up.
mistress.
mistress.
Your mistress is like, man, he lasted 30 seconds. I was timing. It was on my. It was on
Quite
my.
frankly, I just wanted it over with.
It was on my speaking time as well. I was
Why
like,
would
all right,
that
it's only
be
30 seconds. Yes, it's fine.
Like the reporter gathering this story, why did they even ask how long he lasted? Journalism.
That's a good question.
Because it's
Yeah, why would
good. It's good journalism, Brendan.
Yes.
You need to get all the information, all the facts.
Yeah, true. For the story. It's like, darling, so how long how long did he last? I can't give that much information. All right, next question. How big was he? Sorry, what paper are you? Sex Weekly. Danny Sex here. Trying to get all the information. Sorry, Tanaka Sex here. There we go. Trying to get all the information about this story.
I would love to be just
Honestly,
like a
that's like
British
something
reporter
different.
working my way into like the pool. At the water.
My ID badge is me on a porno like DVD from the 90s. Like, this is me, Tanaka Sex Bang. I'm here to ask questions to the representative. He's like, is that a real paper? Yeah, we got a blog and everything. You can check it out. It's xxxsexbang.jp. It's definitely a real site.
Probably.
No one search that, please. Gotta get viruses. Oh, holy
Man.
shit. That's fucking funny. But no,
That's wild.
Japan's pretty wild. Like the Me Too movement has barely even like sort of touched Japan.
Right.
But I feel like because of how sort of the internet outrage after a lot of these things happen, especially younger people are getting more aware of like the fact of how fucked up this is, I should say.
Right.
So I feel like the storm's gonna hit Spain, then it's gonna probably jump over everything else, and eventually it will come to Japan. But I feel like as long as there's a lot of like old people in power still, like the prime minister's really old. A lot of the
man's like fucking like 85 years old or some shit.
man's
Yeah,
dying.
Basically.
Well, they're like Japan's idea of like liberal politicians are just that just means people who don't want to return to like imperial Japan,
No.
basically.
That man
Yeah.
is the liberal politician.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
like-
yeah, you're right,
like,
yeah.
It's an insanely conservative country, from what I understand.
It's insane. I feel like the fact that you know that puts you at a better position to come here than the majority of the people who are actually already here.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
like, a lot of them-
I got really into like nationalist conservative Japan politics when I started reading about like Yukio Mishima, and I started learning about like the divide between people like the older generation who yearns for imperial Japan and then like the newer like pacifist like left leaning generation, which are still not that fucking left leaning. They just don't want there to be an emperor.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I mean, I'm talking out of my ass. I might be totally
No,
wrong.
no, you're right. You're right. This is actually my expertise. I study Japanese politics. This is like what
yeah.
I have a degree in. Yeah, you're right. Pretty much. Like the left wing in Japan is basically like, hey, listen, things can stay how they are, but let's maybe not go to war as much. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is like from what I understood about like and I didn't read that much about him. I tried to take in as much, but it's like, yeah, the part they missed was like war. they like missed the fighting and the violence. Like he was just pro-violence. That was one of his quotes. He's like, I'm pro-violence in every sense of the word or something.
He loves violence. Motherfucker loves him. Man, see, this is why the government had to take away their swords. Because
It's true.
they're using them badly. They're killing themselves with them. It's like, we're going to have to take this away. Come on, boys. So you can play nice. Here's a fucking Tamagotchi and a Nintendo. Go and...
Well, it's always funny when like you talk about like violence in Japan and like the Japanese prison system, and people are like, I can't believe it, and it's like, how? Well, like, these people sided with the Nazis. Like,
I've
how can you
always
not?
said... Their prison system is brutal.
It's insanely brutal.
If you crime in Japan, they can hold you without charge for like, it's like 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah.
Really?
They
Oh,
just
you know what? I watched a true crime YouTube video about this where they talked about their ability to do that. This is something I've always wanted because like so one of my favorite I wear it in the Coward Hour photo. There's this Japanese hardcore band Jism that I was a big fan of, and the dude
Nice.
yeah, they're awesome. The lead singer Sakebi, he's out now. He has like a Sakebi Yokoyama. He's got a clothing label called Beastarts, but he went to like Jism was wild. Like there was a show where he got his hands on like a revolver with live rounds and was like firing it into the audience. He was notorious for yeah, he was
snuck up to a cop and cut the cord with like
they had ball cutters. He was notorious for he would make makeshift flamethrowers and try to like light the audience on fire while they were playing, and he finally went to jail. I don't know when, but he did go to jail for lighting a salaryman on fire on the train, but he's not in jail. I was like, when I found out that he wasn't in jail anymore, I was under the impression that doing something like that, you would just get sent to jail like for life if you fucking like tried to light a dude on fire.
How?
Well, he kept deeply apologizing for his mistake. The cops
Yeah.
would have to let him go.
Brendan, you can...
He went to parole and was like, I'm really sorry this time, guys.
It's like, guys, listen, remember that time I shot a revolver into the audience? Really sorry for that. And they're like, get out of here. Get out of here.
5 more years off. Just-
Boys will be boys. Get out of here, you fucking spunk. He does it again with a flamethrower. And it's like, but guys, you said no guns. I didn't use a gun. I'm sorry, I misunderstood the instructions. I deeply apologize. And everyone's like, get out of here. Get out of here. He sets a guy on fire and it's like, okay, dude.
Come on.
It wasn't the audience.
Yeah, it was just a guy.
It's just the guy on the train.
So I guess
So
my question is like, what's the like, yeah, what are the tiers of like punishment? Like what will like, How harsh is it? How would you make a comparison to like the American prison system?
What could we get away with if we went there?
Right.
Correct question. You can get away with a lot actually, but I feel like to the extent where if you're doing something that's what's a Maywaku? Like fuck, what's the English for Maywaku? Maywaku. Like a hindrance. Why am I forgetting fucking English?
misdemeanor?
What the heck?
Jaywalking? Like what are we talking about here?
No. Like
Obstruction.
so things like being drunk and disorderly.
Oh,
They're gonna
like,
be like,
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, they'll put you in like the thing overnight and then just let you go in the morning.
Or they'll just leave you on the street to be drunk. They don't really care.
That is true too. That happens quite frequently.
Things like I think up to being a hindrance on society is where they start drawing the line,
Okay.
which
That's
is really weird. Like if you're like, right, it's true. Like if you like fight in public, they're like, you're being annoying. The station's like, come on, you're in the middle of the station, night in
That's
prison.
another thing too. Is like unlike other cities, Japan has like small police stations like everywhere.
Yeah.
So if you're just being an asshole in like this area of the city, there's like a holding cell at every single one. They'll just throw you in there overnight.
Yeah. Like I think I've told the story on the podcast before, but I quickly realized that if you become friends with the people in your local like koban, your local police station, you can get away with shit that you otherwise couldn't get away with. Like my old area in Kanagawa, you were not allowed to skateboard down that street. And the street was beautiful. It was long, fucking smooth as fuck. I have to skate on it, David. I'm just one man. I have to. So I spent a long time becoming friends with the police officers in the area. And then I'm skating down the street one day, and this young guy stops me. A police guy I've never seen before. And he's like, "Oi, you can't be skating on the street. It's a no skateboard area, you know?" I've already had this conversation with a different police guy, and he was like, "It's cool." And I'm like, "Fuck, now I'm going to try to make friends with a new police guy? God damn it." Old police guy comes out. He's like, No. That's Jordan Sensei. He's like, don't worry about it. He's cool. Don't worry about it. The young police guy's looking really confused, like, what? He's like, nah, it's fine. It's Jordan Sensei. He teaches my grandkids. It's fine. And I'm like, hell yeah. What other crimes can I get away with? Time to go. Where's my revolver?
Or like setting off like fireworks in the city limits, or the time you're fucking riding around on your skateboard drinking, like with like an open can, just drinking, and the police stop you and they're like, "What are you doing?" And just like,
yeah.
"Nah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it."
That was cool. The way you're doing is I'm just drinking and skating. They're like, nice. Sick, bro.
Drugs here though. Drugs will get
That's
you
it.
fucked.
Drugs, Nick. There are no drugs in Japan.
Zero.
Damn, dude, because the dream is definitely like I look at a city like Japan, and I'm like, this would pair well with ecstasy. This would pair well with LSD.
Okay. I know. Yeah. Okay. I know a guy. Or maybe there's a guy that I know that can perhaps provide the things that you're looking for to a good quality in this country, and we can look into it.
Yeah.
I love
we'll
that.
talk
I love
about
making him think.
we'll talk about that off mic.
I only know because in that exact same way it was offered to me. Like I don't really do drugs. I'm more of a what they call an alcoholic. So drinking is what I do. But one of my friends randomly was like, "Hey Jordan, have you ever done LSD?" And I was like, "I've not. What a strange thing to randomly bring up to me." No, well, you know, I have some. And I'm like, "We're in Tokyo, my man. How the fuck did you get?" The guy got it sent to me.
Don't ask questions. Just
True.
Don't deal with that, man.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, it was a girl, but yeah.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wait.
Man.
Do I know who this
that's
is?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That takes a powerful man to say no to when a girl is offering drugs. I don't think I've ever been able to do that, and it has ruined my life. It has
When you
absolutely
realize that
ruined
the
my
penalty
life.
for getting caught with drugs is like minimum 10 years in ass rape prison,
Yeah.
very quickly you go,
Damn.
no, I'm good.
But so how's this chick just walking around like,
Lucky.
Oh, she found a reliable source, and also she's an attractive lady. So
That helps.
you know, you can get away with most crimes being an attractive lady in Japan,
It's true.
to some extent, anyway.
I mean, that's kind of true everywhere.
Yeah, but then it comes with a slew of other problems, though.
Yeah.
We won't get into that.
The
But
5-minute timer whenever you say anything.
it's so irritating, dude. Honestly, Fuck. Especially when I'm giving speeches. I'm like, guys, come on, I've got a whole presentation to give. This is my I called this meeting. You can't keep setting the timer, boys. It's pretty. Oh, my phone. Yeah, it's pretty wild. But yeah, drugs is pretty much where they draw the line. You'd have to sort of stick to alcohol if you're really like fucking around in Japan.
I'm not a big alcohol guy. I'd probably just stay sober.
Yeah.
If I come over there, I need to be good. I'm not gonna do anything wild if I go over there.
Yeah, I feel like Nick, like you're devising all these plans of like, oh, I'm gonna get like fucked up and look at all the neon billboards and stuff, but you're just gonna play arcade games.
Yes, I will fucking not have time. I will not have time to do drugs or fucking like taking any of these sites. I'm just going to be like playing old Sega machines.
Well, that's the thing that like I do like about this country, like specifically Tokyo, is you can come here for 2 weeks and do something new every single day and not even like hit even remotely close to all the things you could have done.
Yeah, it's true.
Really?
My brother was here for sorry, go on.
Oh, I was gonna ask, do you guys ever get a chance to like go out to the countryside?
This year, yeah.
We love the countryside.
It looks
crazy.
sick, dude. It looks fun, dude. Like every time, anything I've seen of like the countryside of Japan, like the deep forest, the fucking fields, I'm like, that is so. I can't believe shit still looks like that, like on Earth.
It's crazy. There's one of my favorite. You can find this in Tokyo as well. But one of my favorite things about like the Japanese countryside is like there's a bunch of like farms everywhere, and there'll just be like these roadside what do you call like fruit stalls.
Yeah.
And it'll be like, oh, here's a bunch of really high quality fruit. We had too many this season. Take as many as you want and put in this little box what you think
They're worth.
you want to pay, basically.
Oh, sick.
Even anything. It's fucking sick, dude.
Yep.
Like, I got a bunch of like strawberries for like 300 yen.
There's someone, I don't know where they live, but on the corner by my house, they just had a box of like oranges that just grew on the tree, and they just said, take them.
Yo, hell yeah.
Brendan, this sounds like what you want, dude. This sounds like Stardew Valley.
Yeah, it does.
Brendan, I feel like Brendan would do really well in the Japanese countryside.
I should move. I feel like Asia is probably the only place where I could be a cop as like a 5'2" man. I want to move there, just become an expat cop immediately.
Dude, you'd be the tallest cop here.
For sure.
You'd also like probably know your way around a gun better than most of them.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I'd be doing tricks.
Definitely, dude. Like, they'll be like,
a
oh,
red
which...
flag. If you're getting hired as a cop in Japan, and in the interview they're like, now have you ever fired a gun before? And you say yes. Are they gonna be like, where? You're not supposed to have had one before.
Like, have you ever seen a gun before? And it's like, yes, in a video game. Arrest that man. Arrest that man right now. What do you mean you've seen a gun? Prison.
Right.
Well, I mean, they would ask you, like, have you ever fired a gun? It's like, yeah, I took it out of my friend's thing. It's still connected by a chain, so don't worry about it.
Right.
Fine, it's fine.
I mean, being a cop sounds like a sick job in a country where it's not like a racist gang. Like, Japanese cop sounds pretty chill.
They're still a racist gang. Don't make a mistake.
Oh yeah, dude.
There's this
Against
joke.
who?
Say again?
Against who?
Us!
Oh, foreigners.
Yeah, dude, they're a culturally homogenous country. They do not like outsiders.
They do not like out. Oh,
I can't
this
be
is
the
where
chief.
this is where my powers come in. When I start speaking Japanese, people think I'm half Japanese because they can't tell what race I am by looking at me directly.
Oh, nice.
So like, I'll go to a place and I'll start speaking Japanese, and they'll go, "Oh, this motherfucker's half Japanese. That's cool. We're cool with this guy. And everything's chill." And I'll get a phone call, and I'll be like, it'll be something like, "Oh, yeah, そうですよね。いや、これが面白い。いや、すいません。ちょっと待って。Hey, dude. Yeah, no, I'm in the store. Yeah, upstairs, second floor. Cool. And I'll go back and be like, "Something. They're gone. Where'd everyone? Oh, fuck. My cover. It's been blown. Fuck. Shit. That's it." Yeah, there's like a whole. So we always just say like you can't really commit crime in Japan, you know, especially as a foreigner. They're gonna throw the really big book at you. Like there's two different books, and the book they throw at foreigners is really heavy. And it's made of metal. So we had this whole thing of like don't commit crimes,
Right.
and then my thing was like I 100%, no matter what area I'm in, I am not allowed to commit a crime. I can't do it because I commit a crime, let's say. And they go, perfect crime. I rob a bank. I get away with it. I'm in my house. I have my millions. Talk to the bank teller. And they're like, are you okay? I'm okay. Who robbed you? He was a black guy. Yeah. about 170 something. 170 something. He had a really big afro. Jordan, fucking an afro is Jordan. We know where motherfucker lives. Go and arrest him right now. Get him. Like no one has I can't hide in this country. He's like, was he cool?
Painfully shave your afro like a samurai's top knot.
Oh, I'll be so sad.
Just crying into a river.
Just, to be fair, if I shaved all my hair off and if I committed a crime and then cut all my hair off, I think I'd get away with that.
You should just cut it off, but like make it a wig, and you could definitely sell it to someone here. 100%.
Sure,
oh yeah, those girls.
The girls would fucking buy it, dude.
Fucking anyone will buy it. They're like, holy shit, an afro? That's like the rank down from being naked in Japanese comedy is, do I have an afro?
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Honestly.
It sounds way better than like most American comedy that is currently on television.
Oh, I wanted to tell you the stupid story, Brendan Nik. I completely forgot. So back when before I knew that the height of Japanese comedy was a man getting naked, I was at this. I was part of this jazz club. So we all go off to like this camp in the countryside to like train for jazz, which is basically like drinking for a few days. So all the girls were in like their room doing girl things. All the boys in the boys' rooms, like, we're going to go to the beach in a bit, so we're preparing. And everyone's talking, having fun. There's like a lull in the conversation. Then suddenly, everyone just starts laughing, and I'm like, what did I miss? What's funny? And I turn my head, and there's a man standing within arm's reach of me, completely naked.
Oh,
and everyone's like, that is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my whole life. And I'm looking, I'm like, what's the joke? What's the joke? I don't understand. What's happening here? Why is this man naked funny? Have I missed a really important part? And this is the punchline. I don't get it. But I couldn't understand it. And no one would explain it to me. They're like, oh, that's fucking funny. Look, his dick's out. We can see his ass. That's hilarious. In normal situations, people don't get naked. Ha, 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 ha. And I'm like, I don't get it. But okay, I'll ha 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 ha. Penises. Oh my
Honey,
fuck. That's
so we can see his balls.
guys, check out that guy's balls. Oh my god, right? Hilarious. It wasn't until like
yes.
I think it wasn't until like years later when one of my friends explained to me like that is the height of Japanese comedy, and I was like, it's like Japanese friend. He was like, yeah, it's so funny, and I just went, why? And he just went, why? He had like a crisis.
That dude, it sounds so easy to crush in Japan. It's like everybody gets a turn to be the funniest guy. Everybody gets a turn to be like fucking Louis C.K. or whatever. Like,
yeah, pretty much. You can...
Until I do it, and I'm like the first guy to ever bomb doing that.
You get everyone just turns up. What are you doing? Put your clothes on.
So in Japan, do they ever like they start watching porn, they get confused and start laughing, and let me compose myself. I'm here to do something.
Damn, dude.
It's like frantically jerking you off, and the guy gets naked.
Is that why?
You know this is a comedy? It's fucking sick.
Is that why they blur the cock out so people don't start laughing?
So people don't get confused.
So people don't mix up what genre of film they're watching.
So that's because America instated that law when they won World War II. They're like, you have to cover up the genitals. You
guys are laughing way too much when you're jerking off. Cover them genitals up.
Wait, is that true? I'm so stupid. Is that true?
No.
Okay.
There is a shred of truth in that.
A little bit, yeah. But just
I thought I heard it was true. Did America institute that law?
No, so like the law was instituted by like the Japanese government with like pressure from America after World War II. Yeah. But it was basically all Japan.
What motive? Like what?
They were like, our porn is too good.
Because after World War II, Japanese people felt bad that they killed lots of people, so like we have to blur out obscene things.
Right.
Okay.
No violence.
Cock and balls, can't have those.
Can't have it.
It's like, or you guys could just officially acknowledge Unit 731, and then maybe we call it even. But
and there is so much these motherfuckers need to take, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Admit to, like the whole Nanjing massacre and stuff, like the gas attacks.
Yeah, the rape of Nanking. What they did. I'm sorry. I like just because I always knew about Unit 731, and then I started watching these old Hong Kong exploitation films, Men Behind the Sun, that kind of chronicle like a lot of the atrocities carried out on like the Manchurian people, Korean people, and it's like it was a straight up second Holocaust, and they were planning like the plague the plague infested rice drops that they did. The plan was to hit San Francisco with those.
No way.
Yeah, that it was essentially a trial run for another attack that was going to be carried out on American shores, which is like, which is again, it's a weird thing where it's like,
so drop rice and it's diseased.
Yeah, it had I want to say it was the bubonic plague. It had like an old plague on it that was carried by the fleas that were in the supply drops.
Do you think people in America are just gonna like eat rice that they find from the sky?
I love my street rice.
Is that sky rice? Thank you. Fuck yeah, Buddha. Come on with the sky rice. Drops down.
You know what I would like?
Like a very weird delivery system, right?
Yeah.
Just drop bags of rice from the sky.
I'm pretty sure the falling bags of rice would kill more people than the actual plague. Imagine dying to a bag of rice. My mother would be so pissed.
I think it was more. I think it was. I don't know. You think you guys are thinking
sounds
about
like
it
a hate crime against Japanese people.
I like talking to the eyes. It's like the Japanese are going crazy. Should we nuke them? First, drop the rice. Told them who's boss.
Right. You need to rice bomb Tokyo before you firebomb it.
Rice bomb Tokyo. Get him. They shoot like soy sauce missiles at them. Captain, they are firing condiments. Soy.
Yeah, dude, they have fucking spicy mustard gas.
It's fucking wasabi.
Everyone's like this. My nose. I mean,
I've had that experience.
Eating too much wasabi in it.
No. So I used to work at a sushi restaurant, right? And they would always have me make the fucking wasabi, and you'd make it in this huge ass fucking like bin vat thing. So it was like this big of just one big solid piece of wasabi.
Did you lick it?
No, the fumes were so fucking strong. I like cry and like fucking snot ran out of my nose. It was so fucking powerful.
Into the wasabi?
No, not into the wasabi. Most of the time.
Most of the time. Disgusting. Fuck's sake.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Do you guys do you get good wasabi in LA? Like, I feel like LA has a big like Asian community.
Yes. Well, and it's kind of a mix because there's two Chinatowns. There might even be more, but I know there's a Chinatown near where I live, and there's a Chinatown in like Beverly Hills.
Holy shit.
And then there's Little Tokyo is like across the way from Chinatown. The Little Tokyo here is actually pretty sick. And then like Koreatown is a much larger area than either of those. But yeah, there's a big Asian community in LA.
No way. See, the problem, I've never actually like you guys haven't actually. You said you haven't left America.
No.
Apart from Brendan has been to Barbados and such. Like I've only been to Atlanta, like Georgia, like Peach County, is the only place in America I've been to. So like, whenever someone talks to me about America, all I can think is like the Deep South. Like I don't have
anywhere else.
Oh yeah, of anywhere else basically. Like, do you have any recommendations for America, a place I definitely should visit?
I mean, I guess I'm just like a hometown bitch, but I always say Baltimore.
Baltimore?
Yeah, I love Baltimore, Maryland.
I would say like a city in the Northeast, especially if you're interested in like American history, like Philly. There's so much like Revolutionary War shit. See like Ben Franklin's house, Liberty Bell. If that's of any interest to you.
It is. That's the thing. Like
Mike was from Philly, right?
Mike was one of our good friends was from Philly. So like, I want to go there and what's that thing that the fucking sandwich they fucking love in that stupid Philly cheesesteak?
Yeah.
There's like a whole culture.
You know that fucking stupid sandwich.
Stupid fucking sandwich they all fucking love. Philly, yeah. But like, my friend was saying like, there's a way to order them. You got to know the lingo, the language of like ordering. You got to go in and be like, yeah, I want a fucking magical bread with whiz, and they'll give you the Philly cheesesteak. And if you do it wrong, you're a retard basically.
Yeah.
I want
to like a couple blocks away from that place. It's Pat's and Gino's, like these two dueling cheesesteak restaurants.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And you have to like pick which one you want to go to if you're like a tourist. And the secret is I think I think I may have them backwards now, but I remember Geno's being better, but it's also the one that's racist. So you kind of have to like weigh.
Yeah.
They have all these signs at the counter, like speak English or get out of the line, and like real fucked up. But you're like, all right. I mean, it's the better sandwich though. This is tough. This is tough.
Man,
Dude, Philly cheesesteaks are good, but I still say like if you want a great American like dining experience, you got to hit up Jewish delis. Jewish delis in New York, Philly, and Baltimore.
Okay.
Like there's fucking like
You can't
corned
get a
beef on
fucking
rye.
good bagel here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Are there really like are there bagels in Japan?
barely.
No.
Nick, I used to live where I lived in London was right by an area called Stanford Hill, and it's where the Orthodox Jewish community lived.
Mm-hmm.
And they had
They're
some
a,
fucking
they're a stunny bunch, aren't they?
dude. Oh, fuck me. They are
They
the
love COVID.
man.
They love COVID.
love COVID.
They
Holy
want to
fuck.
get COVID so badly.
I've
one-
never met a community that wanted COVID more than the Orthodox Jewish community. I don't know what it is about COVID, but they cannot get enough of it.
Stop.
They can't stop. It's like it's contagious. But they make a good bagel. So there's like a really good Jewish bakery right near my old secondary school. So I used to go there every sort of morning to get like bagels and then eat them in class, and then get in trouble for eating them in class, which is fucking sick. Like, cause I agree, dude, definitely Jewish bagels are sick.
Yeah,
Philly
there's
cheese.
bagels out here. Bagels in LA are pretty good.
Hey, good.
And donuts here. So I will say, like, if LA is known for a single food, it's the fact that there's a donut shop on like literally every corner, and and it's weirdly like Asians have cornered the market. Like, it's nothing but Asian donut shops, like
What the
just
fuck?
carpet bombed throughout LA. Well, no, they're not Asian donuts. They're American donuts. They're just owned by Asian American people.
I feel like they're not that good,
Oh,
but I'm comparing them to Amish donuts. Do you guys know what Amish people are?
I know what they are. I don't
Yeah.
know what their donuts are.
They're known for like really good like farmers markets and stuff. And I grew up eating their donuts, and they were amazing.
Holy shit!
We
Yeah.
had something similar where I used to live. They're called like they're not Amish. They're called like Hutterites or something, and they're like the exact same thing. Like, don't deal with technology, just like live off the land type of people.
Where are you from?
They
I'm from Alberta. In
Okay.
Oh, you're Canadian. Okay. I thought so, but I kept trying to figure out how to like ask.
what's the accent?
is it because of the shirt?
Dude, it's
I mean, I'm
not-
sure that doesn't help.
Well, no, because I kind of dress like that. It's literally not the accent or that you just kind of look Canadian, like
Weird.
facially. Yeah.
You do look Canadian.
I don't know what the fuck
Would
that
you-
means.
No. It's not. And don't take it any way. You have a Canadian aura, dude.
You
Okay.
do. You do.
Fair.
It's sick. I love it.
You do have a Canadian aura, to be fair. The first time I met you, I was like, motherfucker's Canadian. I knew he was like drinking maple syrup and he had an axe. I was like, he had just gotten off the plane to Japan.
They confiscated it at the border. I don't know why. It's fucking.
They're like, sir, you can't have that. That's not a gun. He was like, I'm terribly sorry. They give it back. It was fine.
Yeah, you could use that to free guns.
You need to have it on a leash.
They're like, sir, where's your axe leash? I'm terribly sorry.
My bad.
Chains it up. Potato holster.
It's getting real in Japan when the cop uses his gun to shoot through the tether.
He's like, oh no, I gotta activate code 2. Bang!
Yeah.
Start spinning it crazy in the air and shit.
Use it like a mace.
Just whipping out criminals. Starts macing criminals with his fucking loose revolver.
Well, the kusurigama is like the proto pistol, right?
Oh shit, yeah, the
The
Kusadigama.
wait on the fucking chain and hit people with the pistol.
The Japanese
Oh.
kunai with chain. Fucking- Is that what they have? Is that what it is?
Maybe, I don't know.
I wonder if they can take the holster off their belt, then they just have a gun and a really heavy holster on a chain. 'Cause that's 2 weapons.
I
Yeah.
suppose so.
Yeah.
That's a
Back up.
projectile.
I thought maybe it was because like the only exposure that people had to guns was playing like fucking Time Crisis, so they just thought it was supposed to have a wire.
giant, like sky blue and like pink fucking revolvers.
That's the police test. Like you gotta get first. You gotta get the top score in Time Crisis.
They don't let you out of police
You
academy.
can't get out of
know?
police academy. You get the top score in Time Crisis.
Dude,
You get the.
I was gonna say I'll never forget. Like it wasn't Time Crisis, it was Virtua Cop 2,
Hmm.
which was, I don't know if you've ever played the Virtual Cop machine, but it's got a full body sensor.
Yeah.
So when you're ducking, you actually have to like duck and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I was 7 years old, we went to this hotel in Ocean City. This place called the Carousel. That's right, because it had an ice rink and an arcade like inside the fucking hotel. And I played Virtual Cop 2 for so long at 8 years old that I ruined my knees. Like for real, like, because I played it literally for like 4 hours straight. Like, people could not get on that fucking machine. I was just like, I think I spent like $100 of my dad's money.
Oh my god!
And after 4 hours of basically doing like squats, just like, because I was so little that I had to stand all the way up and then duck all the way down. I couldn't walk. I had to like stay in bed for like the rest of the vacation. They tried to like, my dad tried to like take me into the pool and do like rehabilitation therapy. So bad, dude. He was so fucking mad that I played a video game so much that I ruined my body.
You're in the pool. He's like stretching out your legs and shit.
Yeah, no, straight up. He was like, all right, we're gonna go swim, Nick. Like, you've got to move your legs. It was like arthritis pain at like 8 years old. It was crazy.
Holy shit. That is hilarious. I want to do something for so long I damage myself permanently. I feel like that's fucking sick, dude.
You go on a date, you're like 30 and you're in a wheelchair and it's like, how did you get paralyzed?
I'm just like this in the wheelchair and it's like, what happened? How did you get? It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Fucking hours of Yu-Gi-Oh! Dude, I got sent to the Shadow Realm.
Oh man, you'd be even more profilable by police. There can't be two black guys in a wheelchair.
Right.
Dude. I'm like, stand up. I'm in a wheelchair. He's resisting.
Wow.
He's sitting on some kind of device. He's Black Professor X.
Yeah, dude, those definitely sound like they're adopting some American tactics.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, for suresies, dude. I'm liking all the what do you call it? The way the police sort of like walk around and sort of what's the thing called? Stop and search?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
stop and frisk, yeah.
Yeah. So like the police started doing that as well. Oh, do you guys want to hear my favorite stop and search story?
Yeah.
Yes. I do. I'm sorry. I do want to hear the story. I do have a quick question. How long do you guys usually go?
An hour.
Okay. I probably have to be out of here in 10 minutes. If that's okay.
cool.
Sick. Okay.
All right, awesome.
Sure.
I want to hear the story.
We'll do a last story and then we'll head out. So my favorite stop and frisk story was that I was in the airport in Hokkaido. This is like when I was an international student. So I'm watching One Piece, if you know the anime.
Yep.
So I've got headphones on. Police guy comes up behind me and he's like, excuse me. Can I check like your passport and shit and your foreigner card? And I'm like, I'm in the airport. I've gone through security. Why do we have to do this? And he's like, go check your card. I was like, all right, cool. I'll do it, but I'm not turning off One Piece. I'm not stopping this show. So I take one headphone now and it's really loud. So the guy's like trying to ask me questions. He's like, so where are you going? But like, I have a headphone here just screaming like One Piece at him. So he's like, so where are you going? And all we can hear is, Gomu na! Like this guy just screaming at him from my shoulder. And he's trying his best to be really sensible. I'm just like this the entire time. And he's like, sir. I'm like, yes. He's like, oh, are you a student? Are you here for skiing? And I'm like, no, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. I've got One Piece like screaming at him through my ear. Dude, he went through the whole thing so professionally. By the end of it, he was like, fuck it. Here you go. That's fine. You can go. And I was like, oh, thanks, dude. He just left me alone to, I guess, harass someone else. But the insane thing is, like, the whole thing finished. And I was like, oh, what a nice cop. And then I really thought about it. And I was like, man, if that was the UK or America, I would have so been arrested for that shit.
Oh,
You would not have been arrested.
Something much worse might have happened.
That reminds me of the time.
Nationwide news.
Yeah, we'll
Man
put it this
shot
way.
for watching Japanese cartoons.
Too much anime.
We'll put it this way: your podcast numbers would skyrocket.
Yeah.
Ooh, David, perhaps worth it. We gotta get them numbers
You
up.
got a pair of scissors? I can cut the
Cut the
thing
cord.
off the fucking gun.
Cut the cord off the gun. Fuck yeah, dude, hell yeah. Oh man, that's so good. Wrap it up. There's a guy
Yeah,
out here.
we'll wrap it up.
Nick, Brendan, thank you so much for joining us this week, dude.
Thank
Got
you
any
so
plugs you want to throw out there?
Just listen to Coward Hour.
You heard them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Listen to Coward Hour. Oh, and also check me out on Tom Brink's Forced Opinions podcast. That should be coming
Oh
out.
yes, I love that podcast. It's great.
It's very good.
That's dude. He will be fucking thrilled to hear that. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's extremely funny.
Yeah. I like the episode. Listen, I think one of my favorite episodes is one that Brendan's on where he's talking about feeding his baby in his car gasoline. For those who are really confused at the moment, listen to the
Just listen to the
podcast.
episode.
Forced
Yeah.
Opinions. It's fucking hilarious. Guys, thank you so much. It's been a fucking pleasure.
Great meeting you guys.
Listeners, listen to Coward Hour. Listen to Forced Opinions. Any last words, boys?
Nothing for me.
Just dude, this was a blast. We'll have to do this again sometime.
110%, dude. Honestly, fucking sick. Okay, guys. See you next time.
Thanks, guys.